What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Ultimate Expression video. Today, well, I'm running some errands here in town, but a subject that was on my mind, I want to come in here and talk about it and kind of get your guys' comments and just how you feel about it. You know, the channel here is about expression. Clothing is about expression, the ultimate expression. One of my expressions is automotive expression, you know, fixing up cars, going to car shows, and within car shows, you know, you have cars, bikes, you have different types of automotive and people that have shows. But one thing I've noticed is across the board between motorcycles, cars, trucks, there's not the same type of, let's say, treatment by some people in the community. And that's kind of what I want to get into on today's video. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to give a few examples of some things I've seen over time. And like I said, I'm not going to cover every basis. It's just kind of to open up some conversation and give you some things to think about. We had this occasion where, you know, the Corvettes, they get together and they do this tour across the country or across some states, or they do certain events where they cruise. Law enforcement helps, they direct traffic, block off intersections, that type of thing. And one of the things I noticed, if you're in a, which I used to own a Mustang, if you're in a group of Mustangs and you want to do something similar, you pretty much get told no. The only events I've seen done like that were been for, you know, Corvette. So I always thought that was kind of odd. Another event that comes up is, you know, cruising, motorcycles, and law enforcement will assist to do certain events and block off intersections, and they have fun, rev the motors and things like that. But, you know, Mustangs got left out of that. If you're doing anything like that with, like, Dodge, say Chargers or just LX series of cars, you're pretty much just going to be told no, and you're not going to get anything done like that. And then we have the other hand, we have loud exhaust. You know, the exhaust of my car is kind of loud. It's not the loudest, but there are louder cars. But there are really loud motorcycles just as well. Produce a lot of decibels. People hear them, see them coming. But you put exhaust on a car and then people think it's a nuisance. You hear the exhaust on a motorcycle, most people like it. Most people like seeing it. Bikers, a lot of them, not all of them. Some of them do wear leather and they wear their gear. Some of them kind of have skate gear, that skater style gear that they wear. You know, you take people in cars and you wear a certain style gear and you're really looked at and frowned upon, and, you know, you're a nuisance of the community. But bikers sometimes get a, you know, how do you say this, a little bit more, their greetings or their acceptance is a little bit better when it comes to, you know, bikers wearing the leather and gathering in the parking lot, even if they have guns on their saddlebags or pictures of weapons and spikes, spiked boots, leather boots, kind of revealing clothing, all those types of things. But we take a group of cars, car enthusiasts, and we gather in the parking lot and we get some of the same things. Maybe you do have a weapon, maybe you do have some clothing that's kind of revealing, or you have some pictures of weapons, or maybe weapons on the cars, and you're looked at as a menace to society. Then we have the fact, lure and raising cars. You have the fact of stretching out motorcycles, fatter tires, skinnier tires. You know, you have a lot of different types of expression, but across the board, people have their favorites. And when you take two of these cultures and they're doing some of the similar things, people don't accept them the same. You know, coming up in the car community, there's certain things I believe you should be able to do to your car to customize it. There's some things I think you shouldn't do to your car. But, you know, that's to each his own. But if I drive my car down to the middle of town and my exhaust is really loud, I'm gonna get pulled over, I'm gonna get ticketed, if you drive a motorcycle through the middle of town and it's a big hog and it's loud and draws a lot of attention, people can't hear, people say nothing. And some of these things may be different in your area than just my area. You can also take a truck, big tall truck, 4-wheel drive. It can be actually louder than, some of your cars. Nobody bat an eyelash, and it's just accepted. You take a Mustang, drive through town with some loud exhaust on a Mustang, and you're gonna get a ticket. You got a Corvette, you drive it through town with some loud exhaust. Not too many people's gonna say anything. So there's those differences, your automotive cultures that you'll meet up against. Maybe there's been something that you've experienced or something that you've noticed isn't quite consistent across the board with people, or maybe your acceptance to the community or acceptance by your local law enforcement. So what are some of the things that you've noticed that you wish were the same across the board? So I think it's kind of interesting, just the differences between them and the acceptance levels. Just a thought. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Regular waffle cone, vanilla dipped in chocolate, please. And that's it.